Hello and welcome to the Old Realms, and we're going to be playing as the Vampire Counts and a Blood Knight. A Blood Knight in this one. So let's see what we can do. We're going to go for an Orphan here, a Noble Attendant, Vampiric Nobility. We're going to be playing on Bannerlord difficulty with auto-allocate clan member perks enabled. And we're not going to be picking a bear this time, even though my clan name is usually Bear Tilled. You get it? Yes, that's the reason why. And we're going to choose a rose this time. I'm going to choose a rose. And we're just going to swap that around a little bit. There we go. And we're going to be calling ourselves Rosebud. There we go. And we'll call ourselves Sled. There we go. Perfect. Do you get it? Do you get the reference? And we're going to be picking the Blood Knight Bloodline, which obviously enables us to unlock the wonderful career options that we are going to have available for us. And as you can see, we're pretty lucky that we've got an additional attribute point instantaneously without us even having to move once. Very, very interesting. And also, what is going on here? Whoa, there are a lot of bandits in the area. What was that? Did you see that? They were going to murder us. They were going to murder us really hard right there, but thankfully we managed to escape with our lives intact, at least for the moment. Alright, so before we take a look at our career options, I actually got myself in a battle very, very fast right here, and hopefully I'm going to be able to get a couple of kills just so that we can maybe get a nice kickstart on our career options right here. Unfortunately, I do have a terrible one-handed sword. And this one-handed sword is really not going to do the business for us, as you can see. I do have some one-handed skill, which obviously is going to make things a little bit easier for us to level up. But in the grand scheme of things, this is going to be one of the worst early games that I think we're going to have, just generally because I'm very, very unlikely to gain any kills whatsoever, or should we say any killing blows. Oh, we did actually get one. Wow, that's kind of surprising. All right, well, there you go. Okay, we did actually get a level up, so that's quite nice. So that's definitely going to help us. That's going to help us a great deal in actual fact. So what we obviously have to deal with is we do have dark energy. And to begin with, I think I probably want to get prisoners. Just so that I can sell them, and that's maybe a good idea. I don't really know, but what I do know is that this spear is going to be extremely, extremely impactful for us. That's what we want. We want these kinds of pieces of loot, because being able to immediately equip something that is going to fundamentally change how we play in terms of a battle, absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we want. Going to go for wrapped handles here. Going to be going for a focus point in polearm and indeed in two-handed as well. Because as far as I am aware, the Blood Knight is a character that is benefiting a pretty big deal from having a lot of weapon skills quite highly skilled in them. So for example, as you can see right here, the fourth thing up there that says you gain 100 XP in one of the melee combat skills at random every day. And so as a result, if you do have a number of focus points in these melee combat skills, you're going to be gaining a pretty good amount of experience every single day for free, which I personally think is really, really good. And then the top ability here is your career ability scales with athletics. So in general, that is obviously going to be something that we probably want to get leveled up as well. So it may benefit us to actually fight on foot for a little bit of the time. And then our other thing here is pretty nice also. I'm probably going to be equipping this, or shall we say speccing into this for the moment, because all undead and vampires receive 20 points to their melee skills, which is extremely good early on. So we're going to be putting 2 career points in that. We're going to be getting 25 HP. And then our career ability is this. The Blood Knight channels a focus and rage toward the enemy. Damage is increased by 45% and physical resistance by 10% for the next 6 seconds. Both bonuses increase with the skill of the equipped weapon. You see? Exactly my point. By 0.05% per point. It requires 5 kills to recharge, plus 1 kill per a final perk picked up to a max of 10. So in other words, you can't just sit back at the back of the battlefield. You will need to get yourself invested in the fights. You can't just stand there on the outskirts and just, you know, let your forces do the work. Which is pretty cool in my opinion. I actually like that quite a bit because obviously that's a pretty big difference from what we had previously. As you know, with our Bretonnian Knight, we had some issues with that, at least initially, kind of trying to figure out a, you know, shall we say, a role for us to take with that particular character, because I wasn't really understanding it at the time. I was like, okay, how do we play this? You know, how do we play this? Because from my perspective, I was thinking, oh yeah, it needs to kill hundreds of enemies. But no, in actual fact, you don't. You don't need that at all. In actual fact, you literally just need a character that is going to be able to influence the battle in some way or another. And, well, it did that with its ability, and that's all we needed, you know? And it's the same thing with this character. Well, hopefully it's the same thing with this character right here. Let's actually see what happens here. We might actually lose this. No, we're gonna win, We do have some noble undead, which... unfortunate, we did actually end up losing quite a... Did we lose quite a few of them? No, we just lost some Sylvanian armed peasants. Okay, that's actually not even bad, to be honest. We can take some prisoners as well. Do I care about the prisoners, actually? Do I care about those? I am a little bit in two minds about what I should do with them, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. And we got a shield right here. I don't really care about the shield, to be honest, but this blade is quite nice, so I'm going to be equipping that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Doesn't seem like there's anything too good, but we're going to be taking it all, of course. This is extremely important. It is paramount that we get these kinds of battles under our belt, you know, initially, because this is definitely going to make a big difference to our progression in general. Being able to level up your Sylvanians, being able to get a little bit of extra cash, because your wages are extremely tight at the very beginning. And, well, obviously you want to try to make sure that you can survive a long enough time. I kind of feel like I should sell this beret, because the beret is selling for 1,000, and I kind of feel like, hey, you know what? If I'm gonna die, 10 armor is not really gonna stop anything, is it? It's not really gonna stop anyone from killing me. So I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit of time. As you can see, my healing rate is absolutely terrible. I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to get a better healing rate as time goes on as well. I think there is a skill that allows us to regenerate HP a bit faster. Alright, so before we leave, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to buy a Midlands Palfrey. The main reason why I'm doing this is because the saddle horse, while it is obviously fine and everything, and, you know, it's probably okay, I'd like to use a horse that's a little bit faster. Just a smaller bit faster here and there, because basically that is going to determine our effectiveness in the grand scheme of things. When we go into these battles, being able to charge relatively quickly at the opponent, being able to have increased mobility, increased maneuverability, whatever you want to call it, those are the things that are going to determine our success. I am actually going to be going into a battle against these Empire deserters in just a moment. We're not exactly looking pretty good right now, so I'm a bit worried about this, but let's cross our fingers and hope. I kind of just... All I want to do is just survive. That is all I want to do. I just want to survive. So hopefully I'm going to be able to do that. My riding skill is absolutely terrible, by the way. So that's obviously a bit of a problem. No, that guy actually blocked me. Very annoying. There we go. Ah, nice. There we go. I'd like to get to 20 riding skill if at all possible. Just 20. That's all I need. Just 20 riding skill, because that's going to enable me to use the next horse in the marketplace, and that's fundamentally going to make a huge difference. It's just really going to make a huge difference. I know. It sounds like, oh yes, you're gaining, you know, 2 riding skill or something along those lines. But no. Actually, it is pretty impactful being able to have a horse that is just that much faster, just that much more maneuverable. It really does actually have a pretty sizable impact. But it doesn't sound like that and doesn't look like it on paper, but it feels so much better to have a horse that can actually move like you want it to. But there you go. Unfortunate I wasn't able to get my riding skill up, but we did get some nice renown, and my people are surviving very, very nicely. We did outnumber those guys, so I guess that is to be expected. I'm actually wondering what we should level these guys up into. I'm thinking right now that we'll probably just go for archers. I think archers are probably going to be the way to go. And, ooh, we've got some terrible shoulders. Yes, I was going to say, oh, that's some very nice shoulders right there. But no. We're going to sell those. They are literally just 2.3k. They're too expensive for us to just go, yeah, you know what? I'm going to wear this, you know? We need the cash. We need the cash. So it is definitely not a case of us just going like, oh, no, we are definitely going to wear these. No. Because look at this. Body armor 4, arm armor 2. Absolutely pointless. Absolutely pointless instead of just selling it. Look at how much cash I'm getting for this. Really, really crazy amounts. And look at this. I could get this charger the next time. And look at the maneuverability on this thing, right? Look at the maneuverability. I'm actually going to buy this right away because I want to have a horse immediately. As soon as I have the riding skill available, I'm going to be equipping it because I want that maneuverability. I want to be able to be, you know, darting in and out of combat as fast as possible. And once I have that, everything else is going to slot into place. Did I actually level up? No, I still didn't level up. See, now that's exactly also the point. We really just do not have enough experience coming in here. I need to be able to increase my effectiveness. I'm actually unsure how I'm supposed to do that right now. That's another thing. You know, obviously creating a new character that is significantly less powerful than your previous character, it's always a bit of a, shall we say, not so much of a rude awakening, but it is kind of, you know, in that vein, because you are in a situation where you have a character that is just terrible. You know, my character right now is just absolutely terrible. He's got 9 in polearms. I mean, really, 9 in polearms? Come on. That is just so terrible. I mean, you can't get much worse than that, to be honest, right? But the thing is, I can't really get kills. I can't really get kills with this guy because he's just got such terrible gear. And that's the reason why we need to get him money. We need to get him the money, because when we get money, we get more choice about what kind of weapons we can equip. And that's fundamentally going to increase the amount of experience we can get and our overall satisfaction and playing experience. Because those are the things that are going to make the biggest impact. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we actually get to that point. I mean, I do have 6,000 in cash right now, so I technically could find something in the marketplace maybe that might provide me with just the experience I need. So let's actually just see. I do have a focus point here. What do I want to spec into? I guess I'll spec into polearms again. Bear in mind, I am actually not going to be speccing the exact same way as I was with the Bretonnian Knight, because the Bretonnian Knight was focusing on thrusting polearms. With this character, I'm going to be going with slashing polearms, two-handed axes, and one-handed or whatever, you know. It doesn't really matter to me what kind of one-handed I'm using, but something along those lines would be really, really useful. Like, for example, this. This is what I'm talking about. Two-handed axe. Just what I talked about right here. A two-handed axe would be absolutely fantastic in this particular style, because this is going to destroy shields extremely, extremely quickly, and that's kind of what I want. Unfortunate for me, though, that the rest of the things available here are way too expensive for me right now. I could buy this. That does more damage. It does more damage. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do it. And I'm actually going to be selling every single thing that we have. I'm going to sell every single thing, including the other stuff that we had, the other melee weapon that I had, because let's face it, if I'm off my mount, I'm probably going to die anyway, so I don't really see the point in, you know, randomly running around with what have you, you know, because one-handed sword, not really going to do much. So this is going to, oh, this is going to heal me. Nice. This is going to heal me back up to 100%. That's great. Okay, I love that. Thank you. And let's actually go into, ooh. Okay, this is a big one. Okay, this is a big one right here. Maybe we won't be able to take this. It very much depends. Very much depends. I mean, you can see here that I only have one bonus effect to provide our forces. Okay, so I do have... Okay, we're going to have to be a little bit strategic here. I'm going to have to tell my archers to go into a loose formation. My infantry will have to go out into the front here. And all I'm going to do... These guys have shields, which is really annoying. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go out here, try to do some damage. Nice. We finally got to 20 riding skill, which is exactly what I wanted, as I said. And I'm just going to try to face these guys to me. That's what I'm going to try to do. I want them to face toward me, because if they face toward me, they are facing their backs toward my archers, and hopefully that's going to provide us with some kills, or at the very least a little bit of damage. Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this. Maybe I should have gone for infantry. Maybe I should have gone for infantry. That might have made more sense. Oh well, never mind. I mean, there's not much I can do about it now. I guess my archers are just going to have to enter melee range, and they're just going to have to do things the old-fashioned way, but... I was really very much hoping that that would not come down to that, but oh well, never mind. Yeah, you know, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Okay, come on now. Let's get a couple more kills, shall we? Because I wouldn't mind trying out Blood Fury. No, it's not called Blood Fury. It's called Red Fury. Thank you very much. So, yeah, it would be kind of cool if we could use that in just a moment. There we go. I'm using it. Okay, nice. Ooh, it seems to slow everything down for the duration. Is that true? It does. Ooh, now that's a cool effect. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's nice. So that basically gives you the opportunity to pretty much react to things at a much more, shall we say, lenient pace. So you don't necessarily have to worry so much about being in a massive battle. You know, if you're surrounded by, I don't know, 10 enemy units in a siege or something along those lines, you can kind of take your time a little bit more, and you don't really have to worry so much about getting completely murdered instantaneously. So I like that quite a great deal. But as I said to you, it's all to do with kills. So we need to be effective. And so that's why I would probably rank the Blood Knight as being a much more difficult character to play than the other ones that we've so far seen in the series for the Old Realms. Because from my perspective, I personally believe that anything that is reliant on some kind of cooldown, you know, so something that just allows you to wait a little bit of time and then for it to come back, those are the kinds of things that I think are easier to use. Because if it is determined by your own performance, I think that is inherently going to be more difficult. Because you need to get kills to be able to make this ability work. So if you suck, like I do sometimes, then this class is going to be more difficult to make good than it would be otherwise. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to see that. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go for cavalry here, because we're obviously going to be doing damage. We're going to get a little bit of extra experience, and then we're going to hopefully level up. I think we are going to level up in just a moment. Are we not? I think we should be leveling up. Yep, there we go, because my steward skill is leveling up, of course. And I now have another attribute point to spend. So what am I going to do? Well, I think I'm probably going to be speccing into endurance once again. We might go for riding skill. We might go for polearms. But I also think to myself that I would probably benefit a great deal from going for leadership. Leadership is going to be extremely impactful for us later on with Famous Commander, so we are going to need that. Steward skill is leveling up right now, so I'm going to actually spec into Steward. I do want to try to maximize our party size. Okay, so let's have a look here. I'm thinking right now that what we're going to do, considering I have 4 career points, we're going to take points away from here, because I don't actually have a huge amount of undead or vampires. So this isn't really being that effective for us, and I'm not going to be raiding anything either for a very long time. Because what I'm going to need to do is I'll need to join as a mercenary before I do that. Because that's going to just make the most sense. And obviously attack, stealing, bonus damage against shields, that doesn't really matter to me right now. However, this is what matters. Gain 100 experience in one of the melee combat skills at random every single day. That is going to be extremely, extremely impactful for us. So as we are running around, we are going to be getting more powerful. We're going to be getting stronger every single day. And that is exactly what we want. So I'm just going to be selling all of this. I know that the beret was slightly better, but I don't care. I don't care. It's only 4. It's only 4 protection. And this requires 30 riding skill. I didn't actually realize that. I thought it required 20. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. Okay, so let me just go over here and we'll see if we can recruit a couple more people. I just need numbers, basically. That's all I need right now. I just need numbers as much as I can. And we're going to be going in against these Empire deserters right here. They're definitely going to try to gang up on us. As you can see, they are indeed doing that. And this is going to be a bit of a problem because I only have 40% HP. I might get myself eliminated here, but I'm hopeful that I will not. Yeah, we're going to have to play this strategically once again, even though I'm not a big fan of doing that early on because this is just a bandit fight. But in the grand scheme of things, wouldn't it be embarrassing if I were to lose against some bandits? I think it would be very embarrassing, but it has happened before. You know, you've seen it. You know, you've seen it. If you've been on my channel a while, you'll know I have indeed suffered a defeat at the hands of bandits this early on, just because sometimes that happens, you know. Sometimes they get the upper hand, sometimes they eliminate you specifically, or, you know, the player character being eliminated definitely makes a huge difference, because then the AI, or should we say the allied AI, takes over, and let's face it, the allied AI is absolutely terrible at times. So yeah, that makes a big difference. Okay, 72 damage initially. That is very, very nice. Can we do some more damage? Yes, there we go, there we go. And we are almost at 30 riding skill, which is absolutely amazing. Can we get some more? Okay, these guys don't even have that much HP, so I should be pretty good. For some reason, my forces are getting absolutely massacred. Why are you losing? What? Oh, no. Yeah, we're gonna have to retreat from here. That was an absolute massacre. I'm not entirely sure. What happened? What happened with that? Okay, we're gonna have to try to get away here. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. Whew. that was very bad. Thankfully we look at this. Did you see that? Look at this. We just gained 7 skill points in tactics. That's an insane way of leveling up tactics. Bear in mind that we do need tactics skill as well, because there is a skill later on in the career tree that actually allows you to scale your career ability of tactics too, as far as I remember. So yeah, that's going to be extremely, extremely impactful for us too. Anyway, I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.